You look away first. You always look away first. Every single time you lock eyes with someone, a sharp spike of anxiety hits. It hits right in your chest. You feel entirely exposed. You feel like a target. So, what do? You break the eye contact. You look down at your phone. You study the cracks in the floor. You fake a quick, nervous little smile. You tell yourself a comforting lie. You think you are just being polite. You think you are just keeping the peace. You tell yourself you are a nice person. You are not keeping the peace. You are submitting. You are silently screaming a message to them. You are saying, "You have the power. I do not have the power. Please do not hurt me." And then you go home. You sit alone in your room. You wonder why people do not respect you. You wonder why your friends talk over you. You wonder why your boss ignores your ideas. You wonder why you feel totally invisible in a crowded room. You feel like a ghost in your own life. Listen to me very closely. This is not happening because you are broken. It is not because you are unlovable. It is not because you are ugly or weird or socially awkward. It is happening because society has successfully conditioned you. They trained you to be weak. They programmed you to be agreeable. They want you soft. They want you quiet. Why? Because soft, quiet people are easy to control. Soft, quiet people are incredibly easy to replace. Think about your current friend group. Think about your workplace. Think about modern dating dynamics. Who actually gets the respect? Who gets the clout? It is never the nice guy. It is never the person who nods at every single word. It is never the person who bends over backwards to make everyone else comfortable. Modern society runs on a silent, hidden system. It is a system of psychological betrayal. They promise you a reward. They say if you are a good person, you will win. They say if you are quiet and obedient, you will be loved. But what is the actual reality? They secretly reward dominance, and they ruthlessly punish submission. Friedrich Nietzsche saw this coming. He is the darkest, most misunderstood philosopher in human history. He saw this exact social trap over a century ago. Do not think of him as just a dead man in a history book. He is not. He is the ultimate psychological judge. Right now, Nietzsche is looking directly at your life. He is watching you in the office. He is watching you on your dates. He is watching you text your fake friends. And he sees your heavy, deep conditioning. He called your daily behavior slave morality. Here is what that means in plain English. Because the weak outnumber the strong, the weak had to invent rules. They needed rules to protect themselves from the strong. So, they convinced the whole world that being harmless is a virtue. They made you feel deeply guilty for wanting power. They tricked you. They tricked you into giving up your will to power. The will to power is your natural human drive. It is your drive to conquer your reality. It is your drive to matter. Every time you smile just to avoid a conflict, you lose. Every time you shrink your body to take up less physical space, you lose. You are living strictly by the rules of the slaves. You are playing a rigged zero-sum game, and you are losing badly. But here is the harsh, beautiful truth. Your quietness is not a curse. Your isolation is not a permanent prison. That bitter, burning feeling of being rejected and ignored, it is not a failure. It is an awakening. Your suffering is a mandatory step. It is the very first stage of psychological detachment. You are finally waking up from the herd mentality. The herd lied to you. Now you know the truth. The anger you feel inside you right now, that is fuel. It is the fuel of the Übermensch, the Superman. This is the version of you that rises above the herd. This version writes their own rules. This version does not ask for permission to exist. Today we take that raw anger, we forge it into cold, calculated power. We are turning your invisible silence into a devastating weapon. I am going to teach you the Machiavellian stare. I call it the cold eye. In the next 20 minutes, you will learn exactly how to strip away fake authority. You will learn how to break people's boundaries. You will learn how to completely dominate any social interaction. You will learn how to intimidate absolutely anyone. And you will do it without saying a single word. Here is your master blueprint for absolute presence. Pay attention. 1. The predator's pause, breaking the smile default. Look at a wolf in the wild. When a wolf steps into a clearing, what does it do? It does not wag its tail. It does not smile to make the sheep feel safe. It does not try to be liked. It just watches. It assesses the room. It simply exists. You suffer from a modern, pathetic social sickness. It is called the smile default. Someone walks into the room, or someone makes eye contact with you across the street. What happens? Your face instantly stretches into a nervous, forced grin. You do not even know them. You do not even like them. Yet you smile. You desperately want them to know you are harmless. You are begging them for a tiny crumb of social validation. You are hoping they will smile back and validate your existence. Nietzsche watches you do this. He diagnoses your sickness instantly. When you smile at a stranger out of fear, you are apologizing. You are apologizing for your own existence. You are trading your personal dignity for a total illusion of safety. The philosophical truth. Listen to me. A smile is a reward. Warmth is a highly valuable currency. When you give your warmth away for free, what happens? It loses all of its value. You give it to every single person who looks at you. You make yourself cheap. People do not respect things that are entirely free. They trample on free things. They use free things. They throw free things away. The ruthless tactic, you must cut them off from your validation. Starting today, you will stop smiling on command. You will kill the smile default. When someone approaches you, do not react. Just look at them. Keep your facial muscles completely relaxed. Keep your face totally neutral. Be a blank canvas. Let them wonder what you are actually thinking. Let them project their own insecurities onto your blank face. Withdraw your warmth completely. Watch what happens. Watch how fast they start talking. Watch how fast they start fidgeting. Watch them scramble and try to impress you. They will panic because the script is broken. They expected a sheep and they met a stone wall. Be the stone wall. Now that you have killed the fake submissive smile, we move deeper. You must master the physical weapon of the eyes. 2. The unblinking void. Weaponizing the gaze, you killed the fake smile. Good. But a blank face is not enough. Now, we use the eyes. We weaponize your gaze. Imagine walking down a long, narrow hallway. Someone is walking right toward you. Your eyes meet. 2 seconds pass. 3 seconds pass. Boom. You look down. You stare at the floor. You pull out your phone and stare at a blank screen. You just lost. You gave up your power. In human psychology, looking away first is a massive red flag. It is the ultimate signal of surrender. You just told that person, "You are my superior." Nietzsche warned you about this trap. He wrote famously about staring into the abyss. He said if you gaze long enough into an abyss, it gazes back. You need to become the abyss. Stop being a ghost. Stop fading away when things get slightly uncomfortable. The herd expects you to look away. It makes them feel dominant. It makes them feel safe. The Übermensch does not hide. The Übermensch forces the entire world to adjust to their presence. The philosophical truth. Listen closely. Eye contact is a zero-sum game. There is a clear winner. There is a clear loser. When your eyes dart away, you are handing over your power. You are handing them the keys to your self-respect. The ruthless tactic. You will hold the gaze. The next time you lock eyes with a stranger, or a boss, or a fake friend trying to test you, do not break it. Keep your chin completely level. Blink very slowly. Do not glare like a crazy person. Do not widen your eyes. Just observe them calmly. Study them like they are a complex piece of machinery. Hold that dead, calm gaze until they look away. The exact second their eyes dart to the floor, you win. You have claimed the physical power in that room. You control the eyes. But a stare is incredibly weak without the crushing weight of silence. 3. The anchor of silence building the vacuum. Imagine a massive stone fortress. A fortress does not move. It does not explain itself. It just stands there. It is massive and unbothered. The enemy exhausts themselves attacking its thick walls. When you get nervous, you talk. You talk way too much. You fill the quiet moments with nervous laughter. You tell rambling, pointless stories. You over-explain yourself constantly. You hate awkward silence. You sacrifice your own dark mystery just to make the quiet stop. Nietzsche sees this as a deep betrayal of your own mind. You are terrified of your own thoughts, so you drown them out with useless noise. You are begging for permission to exist in the conversation. You want them to validate your words. It is weak. It should make you angry. They do not deserve your words. The philosophical truth: silence is a psychological vacuum. Weak people are absolutely terrified of silence. They cannot handle it. They will say anything. They will reveal their deepest secrets. They will make total fools of themselves just to fill the quiet air. True, cold power belongs to the one who can sit in the silence without flinching. The ruthless tactic. You will stay completely silent. When someone finishes speaking to you, do not answer right away. Count to 3 in your head. 1, 2, 3. Just look at them with the cold eye. Let the heavy silence stretch out. Watch them squirm in their seat. Watch them add unnecessary, stupid details to their story. Your silence makes them deeply doubt themselves. Use silence to force them to prove their worth to you. You control the silence. Now you must control your physical body. 4. The ghost shift. Eradicating fidgeting. Look at prey animals in the wild. A rabbit twitches constantly. A bird violently snaps its little head around. They are highly reactive. Why? Because they are terrified of being eaten by predators. Now look at yourself. You bounce your leg under the table. You tap your fingers on your desk. You pick at your fingernails. You adjust your shirt every 10 seconds. You are vibrating with nervous, submissive energy. You are physically broadcasting to the entire room that you are prey. Nietzsche's concept of the will to power is not about screaming. It is not about throwing punches in a bar. It is about absolute, terrifying self-mastery. If you cannot even control your own hands, how can you expect to control the world around you? The philosophical truth: movement is energy. When you fidget, you are bleeding your power out into the air. Stillness is the ultimate physical proof of supreme confidence. The person who moves the least in a room is always the most dominant. The ruthless tactic. Ghost your nervous habits completely. Freeze. When you sit in a meeting, plant your feet flat on the ground. Rest your hands on the table or fold them in your lap. Do not move them at all. Slow down your breathing. When you turn your head to look at someone, move very slowly. Move deliberately. Move like you are walking underwater. Total stillness will make you look dangerously in control. They will feel your detachment. They will fear your power. 5. The autopsy stare, stripping away their mask. You control your eyes. You control the silence. You control your physical body. Now you must learn how to judge them. You must look right through them. You must strip away their illusions. People walk around wearing heavy social masks. They act incredibly tough. They act highly intelligent. They act rich. They constantly chase clout. They put on a massive performance for the world. They expect you to buy into their fake performance. And normally, you do. You give them the exact reaction they want. You laugh at their bad jokes. You act impressed by their cheap bragging. You let them dominate the room. This ends today. This is where you completely turn the tables. Nietzsche absolutely despised fake morality. He hated societal masks. He saw right through the deep hypocrisy of the herd. To master dark psychology, you must change your perspective. You must stop viewing other human beings as threats. Instead, you must view them as deeply flawed, highly transparent creatures. They are just actors playing a part. The philosophical truth: listen to this carefully. People instantly lose their power when their mask stops working. If you do not react to their anger, they look stupid. If you do not react to their bragging, they feel insecure. If you do not react to their insults, they have absolutely zero leverage over you. When you give them nothing, you start living rent-free in their head. They will obsess over you. Why? Because they simply cannot figure you out. The ruthless tactic. You will employ the autopsy stare. Someone tries to insult you. Someone tries to flex on you. Someone tries to manipulate your feelings. Do not get angry. Anger is a reaction. Do not act sad. Sadness is a reaction. Do not aggressively defend yourself. Defending yourself proves they got under your skin. Just look at them. Tilt your head a fraction of an inch. Look at them the exact way a cold scientist looks at a rat, a confusing, slightly pathetic rat trapped in a maze. Analyze them in real time. Do not judge them with anger. Judge them with pure clinical curiosity. Your detached, cold observation will destroy their ego. It will make them feel incredibly small. They will quickly realize their mask is totally useless against you. You have mentally broken them down. Now you must conquer their physical reality. 6. The spatial conquest. Expanding your will to power. A king does not ask for permission to sit on his throne. A king simply sits. The room adjusts around him. Look at your own body language right now. You are constantly making yourself smaller. You cross your arms tight over your chest. You tuck your feet carefully under your chair. When you walk down the sidewalk, what happens? Someone walks toward you. You instantly panic. You dramatically step out of their way. You bump into walls. You step off the curb into the street. You do whatever it takes just to give them the clear path. You apologize for taking up space. You are physically retreating from the real world. You are practicing the ultimate pathetic slave morality. You are minimizing your own existence just to avoid offending the herd. Nietzsche watches you shrink. He sees you denying your own will to power. The will to power demands expansion. It demands growth. When you shrink your body, you are telling your own brain that you do not matter. You are programming yourself for endless defeat. The philosophical truth, physical space, belongs exclusively to the one who takes it. The world will only give you the exact amount of room you boldly demand. It is a harsh, zero-sum game. If you shrink, the world violently crushes you. If you expand, the world naturally moves around you. People subconsciously respect mass. They respect presence. They respect unapologetic occupation of space. The ruthless tactic. You will claim your space immediately. Uncross your arms right now. Let them hang loose, or drape your arm casually over the back of the empty chair next to you. Spread your feet shoulder-width apart. Root yourself into the ground. And when you are walking down the street, change the rules. Do not aggressively shoulder-check people. That is fake, insecure alpha behavior. But do not weave out of their way. Keep your eyes strictly fixed on the horizon. Walk in a perfectly straight line. Move with absolute, undeniable purpose. When the herd sees you moving like a machine, their subconscious kicks in. They will naturally step aside. Force the herd to part for you. Claim the concrete. Claim the room. Claim the reality. 7. The ultimate withholding strategic ghosting. You have mastered the physical space. You own the silence. You control the gaze. But the final stage of the cold eye is not about what you do when you are in the room. It is about what you do when you leave it. You give people way too much access to you. Your phone buzzes. You look at it instantly. You reply to their messages in 3 seconds flat. You say yes to every single invitation because you are terrified of missing out. You are terrified they will forget about you. You are always available. You are always online. And because you are always available, you are entirely taken for granted. You are common. Nietzsche understood human nature perfectly. He understood that distance creates deep reverence. The gods do not walk among the sheep in the valley. The gods live on the mountaintops. They remain entirely out of reach. When you give them 24/7 access to your energy, you destroy your own myth. You are bleeding your value dry. The philosophical truth, scarcity drives absolute value. It is the most basic rule of human psychology. The more available you are, the less respect you command. It is a zero-sum game. When people know they can have your attention whenever they snap their fingers, they will treat your attention like dirt. They will use you, they will drain you, and then they will discard you. The ruthless tactic. You must execute strategic ghosting. It is time for cutting ties with the fake friends who drain your energy. Pull back your attention entirely. When they text you, take hours to reply to non-urgent messages. Leave them on read while you focus on leveling up your own life. Let them sit in the dark. Let them wonder where you are. Let them wonder who you are with. Let them wonder what you are doing. When you remove your presence entirely, your absence becomes a heavy weight. Your silence becomes infinitely louder than your words ever were. Look at the psychological journey you have just taken. Think about where you started when this video began. You started in pure weakness. You felt the crushing, suffocating weight of self-doubt. Then you had a sharp realization. You finally saw the betrayal. You saw how the social norms and the herd completely lied to you. They set you up to fail. That deep betrayal turned into hot, burning anger. But you did not stay angry. Anger is for the weak. You evolved. You converted that raw emotion into cold, calculated emotional detachment. And now you possess cold personal power. You are no longer a victim of the room. You are the silent, dominant architect of it. You hold the gaze. You weaponize the silence. You own the physical space. You are the Übermensch in a world of sheep. But hear this stark, absolute warning. If you turn off this video right now and go back to seeking their validation, if you go back to smiling nervously, breaking eye contact and apologizing for breathing, you will be permanently erased. The world will swallow you whole. You will live the rest of your life as a ghost, quietly serving the herd until the day you die. The choice is entirely yours. Remain a slave or awaken the monster. If you have actually decided to take your power back, you need to prove it right now. Go down to the comments and type these 4 words. I do not blink. Let the herd see that you are done playing their rigged game. If you want to master the unseen, dangerous forces of human behavior, hit the subscribe button. We do not do standard, soft self-help advice here. We surgically dissect reality. Do not look away. I will see you in the next one.